August 7, 1971, Jets against the Lions. The quarterback, number 12, Joe Willie Namath. The handoff to Lee White. The search for running room not to be found. The fumble. The pickup by middle linebacker Mike Lucci. The attempted tackle by Namath. The Lucci score incidental. What of Namath? Perhaps another full season on the sidelines. Look at it again. The attempted tackle. The failure to achieve. And then watch Paul Newmark, the outside linebacker, on the Namath knee. And all over again, the shock of pain.
15 seconds to air. Stand by, all cameras.
Ready with slow motion and isolated cameras.
Stand by, videotape, and roll tape.
And tape is rolling in less than 5, in 3, 2, 1.
Take tape.
Live from Municipal Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, it's the New York Jets versus the Kansas City Chiefs. There is Joe Willie Namath, number 12, sidelined possibly for the entire season, certainly for much of the season, but with his teammates tonight to spur them on for this game against the Kansas City Chiefs, old and bitter rivals. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another season of NFL Monday Night Football. I'm Howard Cosell. My colleagues, Don Meredith and Frank Gifford, will be filling you in on some of the finer points and people to look for in tonight's game in just a moment. But perhaps, too, you should take note of these things on both teams. First, the emergence of number 75 on the Jets, Winston Hill, as a right tackle. He's been moved over from the left side. And second, Roger Finney. Number 61 becomes a defensive tackle on the left side tonight. And on the Kansas City side, view, if you will, Marvin Upshaw, number 81, as a replacement for the now retired great defensive end Jerry Mays. And view, too, if you will, the angular one at 6'8" to 6'10". Nobody's measured him really yet. Morris Stride, critical tight end position in Hank Stram's scheme of things. He succeeds the retired Fred Arbenz. Now to find out more about what to look for on the respective offenses, it's with great delight that I turn the microphone over to my colleague of a year ago, the lowercase John Wayne of American sport, Don Meredith.
I've fought a lot of battles in my time, Howard, and I've won them all. And tonight's no exception. Tonight is a good football game. The New York Jets are not the New York Jets that Coach Webank would like to have fielded tonight. Howard has pointed out basically the main reason. Al Woodall, in his third year from Duke, is the quarterback who's to take Joe Namath's place. He's certainly not a Joe Namath, but who is. Number 13 on your screen is Don Maynard, who is the all-time pass receiver in yardage in professional football from Texas Western University. These two guys are the spearhead of their offense. They have a great defensive team, which Frank will touch on a little bit more a little later. On the Kansas City side, we have a good friend of mine, Lenny Dawson, number 16. They call him the governor. He's the guy that's in charge. And his right-hand man, number 89, Otis Taylor, who's probably, if he is not the best, I don't know anybody that is better as an outside receiver. He is big, strong, and fast. He can catch over the middle. He's also a great runner when he gets the ball. I'm looking forward to an exciting season. This tonight will be no exception from, I hope, what the games we'll have for you all year long. And now Frank Gifford, my idol for years, will tell you about the defense.
In just a moment, he will. I've got to tell you, when Don said Webank, he was just repeating an old Weeb Eubank joke, because everywhere Weeb goes on the banquet circuit, they inevitably call him Eub Webank. And now, with great, great pride, our newest colleague for this season, the former Giant football great, of course, glorious and fearless Frank Gifford.
Thank you, Howard. You two, please try and get along a little bit and help me tonight. What if Don knew he was telling a joke? Don spoke of the offense all right, but there's a lot of great defensive football players on both of these teams here this evening. The New York Jets led the American Football Conference last year in defense, and deservedly so. They needed it because last year Joe was also out. They have some fine cornerbacks, and let's take a look at their number 1 draft pick of 2 years ago, number 21, Steve Tannen, who is really starting to come into his own. Number 80 is Big John Elliott. He wasn't big 5 years ago when he came to the Jets. He weighed 220 pounds. He goes about 245 now, and as Howard recalls, I mentioned to him about 4 or 5 years ago, I said, this looks like a great football player. He goes 110% at all times. Kansas City Chiefs, well, they were number 2 in the American Football Conference in overall defense. They have some great defensive players. They have fine cornerbacks, and Jimmy Marcellus, number 40 at their left cornerback, is indeed a great one. He is an expert at the bump and run. The big man on his right is the middle linebacker. That's Willie Lanier, 6'1", 245 pounds of pure agility and football player. He covers the 4 and the 5 hole as good as any middle linebacker in the league. He also gets back well on the pass. 2 great defensive football teams, and Howard, there's not too good a blood between these 2 teams either.
Hasn't been for a long time, Giff, and especially after that title game, or at least a chance to face an opposing division winner and go to the Super Bowl 2 years ago when the Chiefs beat the Jets 13-6. Of course, the Jets are without George Sauer Jr., retired. Steve Thompson abruptly retired. And above all, they are without, by consensus, vote of all of the coaches in the NFL, the most wanted quarterback in the league, Joe Willie Namath, with whom I spoke earlier. Time for a current hospital report, Joe.
Well, Howard, so far everything's going fine. My knee hasn't bothered me in a couple of weeks. I've had some pain in my foot. I had the stitches removed a few days ago from my knee, and the doctors are optimistic about it, and so am I.
So that you're beginning to really believe that you will be able to come back, as Dr. Nicholas projected, by mid-November.
Well, right, and those people that know Dr. Nicholas know what kind of a man he is as far as injuries are concerned. He's a very pessimistic kind of fella. And if he feels that I can be back by the middle of November, I think I can get back a little sooner.
But still, Joe, at the very least until mid-November, this club will be playing without you at quarterback, without the great wide receiver George Sauer Jr., and without a quality defensive lineman, Steve Thompson, who abruptly retired. How good in the face of those losses can the Jets be?
Well, I don't know, Howard. I don't think anybody can really tell how well we'll do until actually we get underway. But there's no doubt about it. Losing Sauer and more recently Steve Thompson as a tremendous blow to our team as far as personnel is concerned. But the coaches are optimistic, which they have to be. The team's optimistic, which that's the only attitude to have, and we just have to overlook what problems we've had and try and correct them. Not overlook them, but correct them and go from there.
Quite candidly, is the Super Bowl dream gone?
Oh, no. The only time that Super Bowl dream is gone is when you're definitely eliminated, and we're sure not eliminated yet. We got 14 weeks of the regular season, and anything can happen. I remember last year when the Baltimore Colts played these Kansas City Chiefs and got just about humiliated.
44-24. It was a Monday night game on ABC.
That's right, a Monday night game on ABC, and you saw what the Baltimore Colts did later. So football being a kind of game it is, anything can happen.
Final question, relative to tonight's game against Kansas City. You've often said there's no team tougher to prepare for than Kansas City. Why?
Well, if you look at Kansas City, personnel-wise, defensively, they're outstanding. Last year, I think they played six members on the All-Pro team defensively, which, of course, the New York Jets can't quite accept because we led the league in defense. We kind of feel we got the best defense going. But they are hard to prepare against because they have so many outstanding individuals, and they're just a good, hard-hitting, good football team.
It's good to see you, my friend, and you're looking much better than you did in the hospital. I hope you get back in November, and in truth, I think every football fan feels this way. Your loss is not to the Jets, but to professional football. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Howard. I hope I'm back soon.
Veteran Kansas City Chief team opening up this ball game. Lynn Dawson, the quarterback.
And you saw Bobby Halfield kick off just the way Weeb Eubank doesn't want him to.
1st and 10 from about the 32-yard line. Lynn Dawson moving Frank Pitts to the left. Otis Taylor to the right. And Dawson wants the deep already. Taylor has the ball in the crossover. Otis Taylor over the 50-yard line where he's dropped by Gus Holloman.
Here on the split screen. Makes a fake into the backfield. Otis Taylor coming in from the right end position, number 89, coming across. It's a crossing pattern. The thing that's helped this thing out more than anything else is old Lenny had lots of time to throw. Otis was wide open, came across the middle, and this guy can run. Can't believe that one man got him.
From the 41. Podolak. Find the big hole behind the left guard, Ed Buddy. The left tackle, Jim Tyre. Frank Pitts. Again, the play fake. Robert Holmes in the flat. Robert the Tank Holmes inside the Jets' 25-yard line. To the left is Frank Pitts. Tight on the right side, Otis Taylor. The setbacks, Podolak and Holmes. Again, the play fake. Dawson looking again for Taylor. He has him.
Oh, yeah. That's a, oh, my goodness, my goodness.
Otis Taylor and Lynn Dawson opens up with electricity.
Go, same kind of pattern. You'll see it again on split screen. And then he fakes that run. Don't know really whether Otis was his number one man or not. He looks at him. He kept coming across the middle. The Jets seem to be mixed up in their secondary because they're not covering him man for man.
Well, Steve Tannen was supposed to, but didn't, Don. And the important thing...
There's Joe. A sad story. Joe came to camp fully dedicated to playing football this year. Ball on 3rd and 7 from the 22.5. Going deep, way too deep, and Johnny Robinson, the free safety, just about shags that one.
Robinson was wide open.
First task as a defensive tackle.
Second down now, and about 6 yards. Again, the motion designed to shuffle that Jet defense, as you see, all on the line of scrimmage. Dawson rolling out. Pitts with a beautiful move against Gus Holloman.
That was also a fantastic throw by Lenny. And a good comeback move. Lenny made a great move going to his left and throwing to his right. That's one.
Taylor to the right, headed by Tannen. Holmes driving up the middle. Here's he driving. Over the 45 to about the 42, Robert Holmes.
Again, right over Finney's spot.
Dawson now on 3rd and 7 from the 45. Elliott almost gets there and is picked off. Larry Grantham dropping deep from his right linebacking spot. Picks off the football, and again, heavy pressure from John Elliott.
He really did have a lot of pressure. He still hadn't missed one.
He's an amazing fella, that Larry Grantham. They keep writing him off every year. He never had the size, they said, to be the corner linebacker. He only goes in at 210 pounds, and he's not very tall. But he is very quick still, despite his veteran years, and very wise, and he proved it then.
Looking for Maynard. He has him. Don Maynard beating Jim Marcellis. Head up with Rich Castor. Marcelli's right on the top of Don Maynard. 1st and 15.
Whoa. Goodness, goodness, goodness.
Big Aaron Brown. Tight end Lamons to the right. Good protection thus far. Curly Culp. The Whitall is free.
I hope we can show you that one again, folks.
I would say that was extraordinary with absolutely no result.
Wendell Holmes replaces Podolak. Comes Pitts back in motion. Will be picked up by Holloman. The ball goes to Holmes. And Holmes battling over the 35-yard line. Taylor covered by Tannen. The draw play. Podolak over the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Dropped in there by Larry Grantham. Before, Dawson went with the play fake and went for the touchdown attempt. This time, the ball goes to Podolak.
Oh, they hit him.
And he is not going to pick up that first down, I don't believe. Out to the right comes Maynard. Covered by Marcellus. To the left, Castor. Covered by Emmett Thomas. Chiefs in their stack defense.
There he is, Curly Culp.
Curly Culp, Buck Buchanan. Out to the left is Frank Pitts, who calls Holmes back into the set position. Again, the play fake. Dawson. Trapped in there by Mark Lomas. Dawson looking over the middle, and he is again caught by Mark Lomas. Taylor to the right, pitch to the left. Kodalak in trouble. Finney, Roger Finney, busting through.
That's going to make Roger feel a lot better because he faces a difficult assignment tonight.
Al Woodall in the Jets huddle. The Jets taking over on their own 49-yard line. John Riggins, and it is now second and about 6. Woodall looking to pass. He wants Castor, and he has him.
Ball.
And he drops the football as Emmett Thomas makes the tackle. It's picked up by Robinson. Johnny Robinson, Elmo right. Dawson's going to try right, deep. Versopoulos is back there for the Jets, and he comes up with the football.
Heck of an interception. Fly right. Fly route. You see Versopoulos coming over, number 19, jumped high in the air and made a great catch.
This is Boozer, his first carry of the evening. He won't come down. Big Buck Buchanan has him.
Oh, they got him a referee.
Boozer. Oh, and he squirms through a hole, picking up the first down up over the 25-yard line. 7-0. 8 minutes, 29 seconds remain in the first quarter. And he dumps it off to Riggins. Willie Lanier is there, and that is trouble. Will be covered by Jim Kearney as the Chiefs, as you see, faking the blitz. And Don Maynard draws the interference call from Jimmy Marcellus. Interference.
Here it is. You'll see Maynard. You see him push him right there. All right, he's pushing him again. Now they call that pass interference. Now,
Castor's left, Maynard's right. This to Castor.
Safe.
And sliding out of bounds just over the 50-yard line. Emmett Thomas up to defend. As you saw, just short of the first down. The Chiefs, as you see, 7 men on that line of scrimmage. Again, the play fake.
Whoa.
Bobby Bell blitzing.
Oh, did he ever.
Flag is again down at the line of scrimmage. The team in trouble on second and long yardage. They like to increase it. Face mask. Backs are split. Draw play, Snell. And he drives. 51 there is Jimmy Lynch. Willie Lanier, 63 is there. Make it 37.5 yards. Bob Davis holding. It's up and long enough. And it's good enough. Bobby Howfield hitting from 37 yards out. And with timeout, the score is the Kansas City Chiefs 7, the New York Jets 3. Robert Holmes, Warren McVay, the setbacks. Holman has come in as one receiver, number 21, and this pass going out to McVay. Watch out. Early Thomas slowed him up just enough.
Our end zone camera. You can see the Al Atkinson, number 62, Baker, the linebacker splits in there. You saw Lenny get it off in good shape. Now that's just changing directions right there in the middle of the stream. This man's got some fine moves. Warren McVay, number 6.
What really sprung him was the initial move on Steve Tannen, number 21.
It's also a good move there by Early Thomas to prevent a touchdown because Elmo Wright was at least in front of him. Thomas came across Elmo, slowed Warren down enough, and wow, look at him. He knocked him right on out of bounds.
There he is, still on the ground, Warren McVay, and I think it was that shot of Holloman's who probably knocked the wind out of McVay. We hope it's nothing more serious. But a fine little football player. He's 5'9", 180 pounds, and that is not much football player to be playing in this league. Hank Stram on the sidelines, visibly upset.
Warren McVeigh set a lot of records down at the University of Houston, and that's the alma mater of Elmo Wright, who was blocking for him there.
Ed Podolak has replaced McVeigh. Dawson, play fake, and he is in trouble quickly. Terry Philbin storming in from his defensive left end position. Did not go for that play fake whatsoever. Was on the field, Lenny Dawson with the 3rd and 17, looking deep, and all alone. Big Morris Stroud.
He completely fooled and beat the tight or strong safety, number 48, Gus Holloman.
Market at about the 1-yard line. Holmes, Podolak, the setbacks. Dawson, the quarterback. Podolak following the lead back into the end zone at Podolak. There he is, leading ground gainer last year. Fine performance, 749 yards on the year. He can do it all, too. He's a fine receiver. And regardless of your age or your favorite team, if you're a football fan, there will be something of great interest for you at the expanded Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. One of the outstanding examples of the effort of the Hall to be a part of the changing pro football by John Riggin. 2nd down now and 4. The Chiefs in their prevent defense. A little over 2 minutes remain. They're looking for the pass. This is Riggins. Riggins pounding for yardage. The big man moving up over the 30-yard line to about the 32. Young. As we told you, Dave Foley is in on the left side. The Chiefs are in their prevent defense. 4 linebackers in the ball game. Castor.
That's putting it in there.
Put by Marcellus. Goodall wants Castor again, and he has him.
Same play.
Good spot. Split backs. The blitz is on. The draw.
Lynch. Fumble and the flag on the play. We've got all kinds of action here in Kansas City.
The Jets will take anything they can at this point. Both backs going left. Castor again, and he has it. Well, they both had it. Emmett Thomas apparently took it away from Castor. Simultaneous possession, the ball goes to the offense. Comes the blitz. Getting it off to Riggins.
Wow. Boy, did Tommy Bell pop him.
And he hit Woodall.
He did. His poor old head hit the back of the ground. He was up in the air a little bit trying to get rid of that ball.
The 3, the Jets with the 3rd and 10 from the 11. To the right is Maynard. Castor goes to the left. Riggins is back in the backfield. Castor, and is deflected and caught out of bounds.
Fantastic defensive play by Jim Lynch, number 51, and Emmett Thomas. They both had him covered.
And it's pretty, and it's good. Well, with 54 seconds on the clock. It's the end of the first half with the score, the Kansas City Chiefs 14, the New York Jets 6. Getting ready to get the second half underway. Deep, booming kick, taken by Studdard, and he fumbles the ball, but he wants to run it out. Following Phil Wise, he has a lot of running room. Vern Studdard.
It's make-or-break night for Vern Studdard, too, because the Jets have their regular back four, defensive secondary. And
Ball resting just about the 50-yard line. Riggins again, pounding. No room there, cuts back. What agility, 233 pounds for this man. Excuse me. I'm sorry, that's Clifford McLean, who has replaced Riggins in that backfield for the Jets. Ball resting on the 45-yard line of the Chiefs. This is Riggins. Marcellus up. Riggins takes off Marcellus. Johnny Robinson comes up to put the tag on the hard-running John Riggins. Neal with an end-over-end kick, and a fair catch indicated, and the ball allowed to roll free into the end zone. Flag goes down. take over, 1st and 10 on their own 10-yard line. Half the distance to the goal was the call. This is Livingston. He can run.
Home boy.
Ralph Baker stops the scrambling Mike Livingston.
About how much they should get. A man of 38 like Unitas and a man of 37 like Starr, two of the very greatest who have ever played at their position in the game, seek to come back after surgery in their respective cases.
2nd down now and 16. Livingston. And kicked off. This is Grantham. The easy touchdown. Larry Grantham, a 12-year veteran. That pass intended, I believe, for Holman.
That's his second pickoff tonight.
Philosophy by Don.
There it is.
And good.
Out of Mount Vernon, Texas.
2nd down and 10. This is Holmes in the flat. And moving over there. Fitz. Dawson. Looking for Taylor. He finds Holmes. Ralph Baker, number 51 there for the Jets. In the situation. And he wants to throw it. He's going deep to Taylor.
Oh, I tell you, that was what you call close.
Along with Howard Cosell, Don Meredith. Kansas City Chiefs out in front of the New York Jets, 14-13. 8 minutes, 43 seconds remain in the 3rd period. To the left, they'll send motion out of it. They did not. Just lateral to Podolak. Holmes with a fine block. Ralph Baker over there for the Jets to stop Podolak. Back in those days, the ball was rounder. On 2nd down, Dawson looking again.
He hit it.
Throw, misses Tannen.
And he may go.
Holmes could stop him. Steve Tannen picking that off.
Oh, Lenny has been completing a lot of them tonight, but 3 of them have gone to the Jets.
Bell to the right, cast to the left. Davis is in a crowd. The blitz. Curly Colt there, Aaron Brown, 87. This is McLean. Clifford McLean already kicked 2 field goals. Long enough, and it's good enough.
He did it.
Bobby Outfield. Lewis Porter has come in for Frank Pitts, flank to the left now. Again, the play fake. Taylor over the middle, and it's taken away by Holloman. Gus Holloman making a fine play to take that football away from Otis Taylor. Davis looking for Bell. He has him, and Marcellus has the football. Great defensive play by Jimmy Marcellus.
Fantastic. As he comes down, watch him get hit before the interception here. You see Marcellus number 40 come in right behind him. Wow. He does get laughed out. Marcellus made a great move there.
Lenny Dawson going all the way with the exception for a few moments when Mike Livingston is in. This one going to the big man, Morris Stroud.
That was right on the money.
Well, there's a matchup. Morris Stroud is 6'10", the man covering. Big man Stroud is on the right side. This one intended for Porter. Early Thomas, 45 for the Jets, was right there in this partisan crowd. Out to the left comes Frank Pitts. To the right, Otis Taylor. Again, the fake draw to hold the linebackers. Going deep for Stroud. This time Stroud drawing double coverage, and a flag goes down, and I don't know about that. Still wise, Chris Barasopoulos both back with the 6'10" Morris Stroud. You almost have to interfere with him, would you say, Don?
Yes, and his interference by either A or B with any player moving beyond A's line hinders the progress.
1st and 15, both wide receivers on the left side. This one going for Otis Taylor. He has the football. Down he goes. Again, a little draw fake. Holding the linebackers, going deep for Otis Taylor. He has it. pulls Otis Taylor down at the 10-yard line.
And him by about a step or two. You'll see Vinny Dawson fake the run into the line again. Here's Otis Taylor to the left of your screen. Great throw. A great throw. Let's see if he doesn't twist his ankle here a little bit on this slow ball. Great throw. Great catch. Steve Tanner's right there behind him. Tanner's got good speed, too. The chase is on. Grabs him by the jersey. All right. Now, right here, I believe is when he's going to get that. Let's see. And that's kind of fun to watch those. There it is, right there. See? He slid in there. It looks like his left foot. Wow. Looks like he has to hurt both of those feet.
Otis Taylor, 2 consecutive receptions, and I think Steve Tannen might have picked up a little lesson there from a veteran quarterback. 8 minutes, 15 seconds remain. Podolak. Podolak running hard. Ed Buddy, big number 71, out in front throwing that block. That moves to the 4-yard line. Podolak.
Again with the ball.
Should he decide to run the football, a field goal, however, will put them in front. Podolak behind Mormon, 76.
I'll really be honest. I didn't think he'd try to go outside. You'll see Podolak. Here's the guy that's making this first down for him. He sweeps to the right. Actually, there's a pitch out by Dawson. He's heading for that corner. There's Al Atkinson, number 62, coming in. Steve Tannen, number 21, trying to put the finishing touches on him.
They trail by 2. Podolak. Another marker down.
Penalty flag, Jets offside, penalty denied, touchdown.
Offside. Decline. Bob Howfield will come on now for the conversion as Hank Stram. Not like what's happening. Probably more concerned about his injuries at this point. Otis Taylor would be quite a loss. John Centeroo.
You see Podolak as he goes in for the score right behind Buddy and Tyre. A couple of pretty good guys to go. Watch Atkinson, number 62, as he comes in. And he gets a pretty good lick, turning completely around, but he did get over that goal line. And the Chiefs go out in front.
5. Dockery is out to the right, Casper to the left. Davis, the quarterback, tried to pull that up, and it came out of his hand and ruled incomplete.
Lips one more time. Try your best to pull it down. There's a good applause for Joe Namath going off. He certainly is top quarterback in football.
Second-year man from Harvard to the right, Rich Casper to the left. Fired over the middle.
Nice throw.
So I believe Gary Arthur will replace Keith Simons at tight end. Looking again for Arthur. Picked off.
Emmett Thomas.
Emmett Thomas. Emmett Thomas. A clutch interception.
What an utterly magnificent play. The penalties, but as you watch now the replay, take it over, Danny.
Well, that's Richard Castor, and actually it looked to me as he had Emmett Thomas' feet a little bit deep. This ball was just underthrown a little bit. It is a good throw, and a good move by Emmett Thomas, but I think it was a little bit short. Castor, with that great speed, has stretched it out. You'll see Thomas make a good run back. Coming back in.
A little over 2 minutes remaining. And NFL Monday Night Football, the New York Jets versus the Kansas City Chiefs, continues from Municipal Stadium in Kansas City with the score. The Kansas City Chiefs 21, the New York Jets 16. Tight end, number 82. Bob Davis. Looking for Castor, and he has to run. And he's heading for home.
You betcha.
Out of Virginia. His job is to get on the scoreboard. He needs more than a field goal. Looking downfield, again in trouble. And again running. He'll really be breathing now.
Yeah, because they caught him.
Big Marvin Upshaw. Trouble.
Whoa. Not that time.
Bobby Bell.
We'll take a look at it again. You'll see a lot of pressure put on first by number 61, Curly Cup. And here comes Bobby Bell, number 78, and that is a sure tackle.
And here we are, back to live action on second down. And believe me, Davis is doing a lot of running. Marvin Upshaw again, number 81, there for the stop. Remain to be played. Davis again, he's going deep. He wants Castor, overthrown.
He had him open.
Don't forget, Frank, September 20th is our opening regular season NFL Monday night game.
Remain. One timeout remains. Dockery to the right, Castor to the left. Overthrown, Steve Harkey, the rookie from Georgia Tech. Johnny Robinson back there defending. The ball will go over to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Started that way at the beginning, but it didn't prove out. The Jets, on the basis of defense alone, which is their constant quality and the constant quality for any professional team, and Eubank is very good at putting them together, have held together and played a competitive game.
Third down, 25 seconds remain. This is Bob Holmes. Look out. Robert Holmes. Adding to his statistics, Steve Tannen pulling down Holmes, who possibly could have turned the corner for the touchdown.
Well, for the long pull, I think you better go to a commercial leader.
And the final score, as we mentioned, Kansas City Chiefs 21, the New York Jets 16. And we'll return to Kansas City's Municipal Stadium after this message.